Hi guys, it's me Evie. What we have for you guys today is going to be white rice. These are the ingredients. 3 cups of rice. I use a long grain rice. I have 4 cups of water on the stove. I'm going to use a teaspoon of salt and 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. That's all I'm going to use for the rice. And then for the bacalao guisao, which is catfish, stewed catfish, I have 2 packets. These are already salted and deboned. So if you guys want, you can buy this and put it in cold water the night before. I didn't do that. I wasn't here. So I'm just going to boil it and throw out the water like 2 or 3 times until the salt is mostly gone. I'm going to have pepper, salt. I have 3 tablespoons of sofrito.
Not salt.
Huh?
That's not salt.
Oh, sauce. Tomato sauce. Sorry. And 1 big potato of your choice. I would have a packet of sazon. I'm in my son's house and he doesn't have any. But with the salt, that should be enough. And if you have paprika, sauce. If you have paprika, you can use half a teaspoon in it just for color. So what we're gonna do first, Lacey, come in. Grab this pot, fill it up with cold water, and put all your things. Rinse it off. Make sure you rinse this out really well first, and then we're gonna. With cold water, then we're going to add water and we're going to start to boil it. And 2 or 3 different times we're going to throw out the water just to get rid of the salt and the catfish, the bacalao, becomes tender. So while Lacey is doing that back there, I'm going to peel my potato and then I'm going to slice it. You could cut it into cubes to the size that you want. I like to do mine in slices. So yes guys, this is a request from my daughter-in-law. She wanted the stewed catfish. This is just for easy cleaning right here. And then I just cut it into slices like this. And I'm actually going to leave them this big, guys. So I was supposed to do this the day before yesterday. I got called into work, so I had to work. And the same thing happened yesterday, so this video is coming out today. And I'm also going to have the video of black rice with white beans today. So now we're going to go to the stove and we're going to start to boil our catfish. Okay, so we just put it on the stove. It's in water. Cover about 1 inch up from the bacalao or the catfish. And we're going to put on a lid on it and we're going to let it boil. Once it starts hard boiling, we're going to throw out the water and do the same process again 2 to 3 different times until we have little to no salt. Quick reminder, we already put our lid. Keep an eye out for this because once it starts a hard boil, it's like milk, it will boil over. So just keep an eye on it. Okay, so now we're gonna start our rice. I have a lid on it. Here's 4 cups of rice. Remember, to 3 cups of 4 cups of water, 3 cups of rice. We're gonna add 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of salt. Remember, the salt is to taste. I'm not making it too salty because the catfish will have salt in it. We're going to mix this around a little bit. And then we're going to add our 3 cups of rice. Remember, I use long grain. I do not wash my rice. And then once this starts to boil and it starts to dry up a little bit, put a little bit of foil on it and just cook it. So this is it for the rice. Okay, the rice has started to dry off. This is what it looks like. So now I'm going to put a lid on it and we're going to cover this up for 25 minutes and then it should be done. Okay, and now I'm going to put my timer. I'm going to put it for 20 minutes, then I'll check it. Okay, so I threw out the water. I replaced it with fresh water and now it's on the second boil. I already tasted the water. The salt that it has here is enough for me. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add the potatoes. Yeah, I'm going to add the potatoes till they're halfway done. And then we're gonna start adding the sofrito and everything else. The beeper just went off. Rice has been cooking for 20 minutes. Just gonna move it around. I didn't add aluminum foil to my son's pot because his lid really close is really good. Just pick everything up, just flip it over. And you know what? In 20 minutes, this rice was done. So that's all, guys. Just move it. If you want it, taste a little bit. But I can already tell this one's done. So that's it for the rice portion. We will let you know, or I will show you what to do with your codfish in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna add like 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. Like 3 tablespoons of oil to a pan, because I'm gonna transfer some of that here. And I'm gonna add my sofrito. My lovely assistant Lucy's back there. I'm gonna cook this off first. I always cook off my sofrito. You know what, Lucy, can you give me the sofrito? Because this wasn't a full cucharon. Sofrito, I use this big old spoon full. And I just added less because I didn't have a bigger bowl. So yeah. We're gonna let this cook off for about 2 minutes. I cooked everything off, guys. I never just add it raw. There, I'm gonna leave my fillets just like this, whole like this. Well, can't even show you a whole fillet because they break apart on me. But that's the reason I'm leaving them whole, because once you start putting it in here and mixing it, it'll fall apart on its own. There's different kinds of codfish, different brands, and these are little fillets like that. I couldn't find the kind that my mom used to buy back in the day where it would flake nicely and not into small chunks like this one. So yeah, letting it cook off for another minute or so. I don't like the raw flavor. I need to cook it. Do you throw yours in raw? Like
No, I usually.
Oh, you cook it off too?
I usually do.
Yeah, see? That's how my mom taught us, so that's how we do it. Because
Especially
I
if it's
see
a-
people in a pan, they put the oil, they put the sofrito, they put the sauce, they put everything all together, and the sofrito doesn't get cooked off because they added everything. I would add olives to this. This is optional, but I like olives, but my son, they don't eat olives here, so they don't have any, so we're not adding those. The point of the thing was, if you guys like olives, you can add it. And you can also have like half of a red pepper, half of a green pepper, cut it into strips or, you know, cube size, and just throw them in here too for the extra flavor. And now we're gonna add the whole can of tomato sauce once this sofrito is cooked off for 2-3 minutes. I'm gonna add a little bit of this water, mix it around because this sauce is really thick. The reason I don't throw out the water because I'm gonna be using some of it, some of the liquid to stew it. To stew the codfish is how we see. And we're letting this cook off a little bit before I start putting the codfish in there. Like I said, if you have sazon, add a packet. This is the time to do that. If not, add half a teaspoon of paprika. I don't have either or. I'm gonna grab my son by his neck once. And pepper, of course, to taste. We're not adding any salt to this because the codfish is really salty. We like enough pepper, so that should be good right here. Thank you. So yeah, see? Cooking off nicely. So what I'm gonna do, gently take some of the codfish. Doesn't matter if water comes in here, you're gonna use some of this liquid. And my potatoes, I already put a fork through them. They're a little bit more done than half. Still good, you just won't do it for as long as you would have. I know that people just would have added everything else to this other pot and started cooking them from there, but I need to cook off my stuff.
It's too much water.
And there's too much water in this. I'm going to lower the fire here because that's on a high. Once it starts boiling like mine is, you want to put it like on a medium low so that it could just finish stewing. And that is it, guys. So we're just gonna let this cook off, and once it is done, I will show you how we will be serving this. I have this much liquid in there. I think I have like 3 cups of liquid, 2.5 to 3 cups of liquid, because I added the whole can of tomato sauce. So this will thicken up, guys. So we're just gonna let this thicken up, and when it's done, we will come back for the plating. And let Lisi do a little taste test this time. Okay, guys, it's been cooking for about 10 to 15 minutes. As you can see, it's a lot thicker than what it was. It's not watery anymore. So this is why we don't break it up, because it automatically breaks up in its own to smaller pieces. Our potatoes are completely done, and this is ready to be shut off right now, and we're gonna have a plating in a minute here. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it, because Lisi doesn't want to eat a lot, so we're just gonna serve her a little bit of rice. A little bit of rice here, make the plate look a little neat. I don't have my stuff that I use at my house. Then we're gonna take some of this codfish, put it right here on the side, a little bit like this. See our potatoes. Oh, here we go. We're gonna put 2 pieces of potato here, and then we're just gonna add some of these little juices with little bits of cod on top of the rice like this, and we're gonna have Lisi come and join us. So here we are. This is what it looks like. And Lisi, there you go. First try.
All right.
By the way, we're hungry because we've been doing stuff today and not haven't eaten anything. Except for a cup of coffee.
But we can't eat a lot because we're going to go home and cook.
Yeah. Black rice, white beans, guys. Good? Good. Let me try. Like I said, not a seafood lover, but I know a bacalao. It's good. I've had it before. Woo, super hot, but it's so good. Yep. Ooh, had to swallow that quick. So guys, that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you're a new subscriber, thank you. Yeah, stay tuned, because in a little bit we'll have another recipe for you from my house. So take care and God bless. Bye.
Bye.